Oh, look at that. It's a watermelon cup. What's happening, Captain? What's new, kangaroos? It's your dandy, Candy, and welcome to another crafting video, where today we are going to be talking about how we put together our dreamcore-inspired assemblage piece called the Disco Shitter.
What's dreamcore?
Dreamcore is a subgenre of the surrealist movement that is mostly a digital-based subgenre that is similar to, it's kind of a cross between liminal spaces and weirdcore. It's very popular, especially on like TikTok, where you see them nice little dream sequence videos that are like, you know, those ones with like the Luigi fucking song on them. And I found them to be very nice, very, very colorful, very inspiring. So I decided to make a couple of dreamcore inspired pieces. Now, technically, we're going to get technical all of a sudden here. Technically, this piece that we are doing, and most of our art pieces are not dreamcore. They're dreamcore adjacent, they're dreamcore inspired. They fall more in the lines of weirdcore because of the fact weirdcore tends to have a meaning behind its symbolism rather than just pure aesthetics. But we're splitting hairs on that, really. We ain't got a lot of that left on the head, so let's go ahead and get on into it, shall we? If you've ever seen any of our other crafting videos, you know the work footage is all over the place. That's mostly because we tend to do our art through using automatism, which is where you just shut off your brain, let the art speak for itself, and just go with the subconscious flow. And we tend to not have the camera up and going when we start working on something. The first thing that we did was we stripped off the veneer and painted over a little square wall hanging piece that we got from a store that we no longer talk about or shop at. We decided to go with a nice shade of light pink, followed by a brighter shade closer to magenta, before moving on to our next phase, which was the main focus of the piece, our shitter. The toilet for this actually is a little candy container that we got at a gas station. It's one of those little lollipop fun dip combo things where you lick the lollipop, you put it in the thing. It looks like a plunger. It's a cute little thing. I got it like QT or something. You can find them anywhere. And basically what we did was we stripped it all down, took all the packaging, labels, and stickers off of it, and then covered over the whole thing with miniature disco tiles.
All right, I gotta ask you, what's up with the toilet, huh?
We went with a toilet because toilets are an example of a modern day technology that changed the world in a lot of ways, but are oftentimes overlooked because of their unsavory purpose. They also tend to symbolize a person at one of their lowest points, and also symbolize someone who is perceived as being of low societal status. Disco tiles are a representation of their personality. Disco tiles, to me, invoke things like a sense of joy, optimism.
Are you reading off the teleprompter, adventurer?
Yes, I'm reading off the prompter here. No, we're not cutting it out. Cheeriness, shining bright like a star. So in essence, the toilet is a symbol of someone who is at their lowest point, but is still optimistic no matter what.
Sounds pretty delusional if you ask me.
You can call that delusion, I'll call that hope. Take it as you leave it. Leave it as you take it. Now, after we got done tiling up our shitter, we still hadn't figured out exactly what we wanted the background to be or what we wanted the environment inside the square to be. We knew we wanted it to be something that was a combination of both indoor and outdoor, and that's when we finally settled on the idea of it being a desert-like setting. Creating a rocky environment for the toilet to lay down in, using a piece of cardboard that we covered over with grip tape for the grittiness to create an effect of sand, and gluing chunks of leftover XPS foam board that we had from previous projects. Which is why it's always important for you to keep your extra XPS around just in case you might need it in another project. It'll save you a couple of bucks. Wink, wink. Now, we went with a desert because deserts symbolize the end of the road, the middle of nowhere of nowheres. Sure, there might be a couple of spots of land, of life here or there, a little oasis in the desert. But for the most part, deserts tend to symbolize going nowhere fast. They essentially are symbolic of an environment where one can't really truly thrive, let alone survive. Now, about halfway through building our desert environment inside our box, we decided we needed to add something to the back of the wall, the back wall there, just to hang over out of reach for the toilet. And we decided on going with this cheap little rainbow medallion that we got at the Dollar Tree for about $1.25. because ain't nothing in the dollar tree actually a dollar anymore. Now, the rainbow in this represents false platitudes. You know, those hollow, trite, inspirational things that celebrities and corporations and friends tend to tell you to either get you to buy something or feel inspired or just to shut you the hell up because you're a little too much for them. Finishing it off by gluing down some multicolored jelly beads that coming out of the bowl of the toilet and down the front of it, which we hung off a little bit with some fishing line. Those are supposed to represent that person's talents and aspirations and dreams, completely laid waste in this environment that is not thriving for them. And there you have it. So what do y'all think?
Well, I must say, adventurer, it is a very colorful piece despite how depressing the subject matter is.
You know, I do appreciate you saying that, Drinkademus. I tend to do that a lot with my work. My art tends to be something, a way for me to communicate a concept or a thought that words just really don't come out. Because if you hadn't noticed, I tend to have a hard time with the words coming out my mouth. So I like to do what I call pulling a Bowie, which is where I like to make things bright and colorful and cheery when they tend to have a more somber or sad or philosophical message behind them. Just saying.
I think Freud would have a field day with you.
Yeah, well, Freud is a coke-fueled quack. Put that cigar in your mouth and smoke it.
I just see a toilet.
No, and that's okay too, Melvin. Not everything, you don't have to really just get the meaning behind art sometimes just to enjoy a piece, whether you do or don't. And that's okay too. That's totally fine. Speaking of art, if you, the viewer, are interested in checking out some of our work and maybe picking up something for yourself, head on over to our Etsy shop.
Etsy.com/shopslashandydandyart.
Well, there you go. And if you feel like helping out the channel a bit, Venmo link right down yonder. I guess we're going to go ahead and finish this video off. I know it's been a minute since we did one, but whatever. We're going to do some more down the road. We got a few more dreamcore, weirdcore inspired pieces that we want to talk about. So
tell me, adventurer, what do you plan on calling these crafting videos?
You know, we probably should come up with a better name for the... We really don't have a name for these types of videos, but we're just talking about crafting projects and art projects and stuff like we do with the drinking good videos, which we're not going to be doing for a while. I got one that I want to do for the holiday season, but not much else besides that, because frankly, nobody really watches them, and on all honesty, as much as I enjoy drinking, I don't need to share with y'all every single thing I drink. So I don't know what we're going to be calling them from here on out. Train wreck, maybe? Anyways, in the meantime, this has been Candy Dandy. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a good one. Okay, I just wanted to point this out there. Like, I've heard a lot of stuff about Etsy being problematic, and I really don't know exactly why that is. I'm in the dark about that, despite how colorful I am. So if any of y'all could let me know what's going on with Etsy and why people are having such a conniption about it, and possibly if there's a better place for me to put my art at, I'm kind of lacking them right now, but I am all ears. So yeah, just let me know what's going on with Etsy, why everybody's having an issue with it. In the meantime, y'all have a good one. Well, that just didn't make any sense at all, did it?
Need any warm-up exercises? The fuck you talking about warm-ups? All right.
And today, we're going to be talking about another one of our crafting.
Is that all I got? Yeah. Oh, shit. This is a short video after all.
It's a digital.
Oh, no, wait, you have one more line. Oh, I do! Wonderful!
Now, as per usual, because of the
I know you tend... I just fucked my own line up. Oh, how horrible! Egods!
make sure to always keep your foam excess. That's just all kinds of a hot train wreck.
Was that good? Yeah. Okay, great. I get. Oh my god, my arm!
Okay.